Thanks so much for joining me, Megan the trainer, here at Fitness Lying Down for another segment of Megan's Move a Minute. So today I'm going to talk about one of the coaching cues that we use here at Fitness Lying Down, which is your feet. We are constantly telling our clients to be mindful on plugging their feet into the floor, to be really gripping with their toes, to be reaching through the heel. There's a lot of emphasis on the feet. So why might we put a lot of emphasis on our feet? There's a bunch of different reasons why, but the one that I'm going to talk about today is how it's going to help us maintain a neutral pelvis. So what does having a neutral pelvis mean? So our pelvis can float kind of all around. So we have this anterior tilt, we have this posterior tilt, and then we have kind of this neutral, kind of right in between. And for most of our movements, we want to be in a neutral pelvis. So being in a neutral pelvis helps stabilize our low back, and it's also going to decrease some low back pain. So we want to really stabilize the core and our spine. So how do we find this neutral spine? In the warm-ups, we have a cat camel or cat cow. That's going to take us kind of from both extremes of, again, that anterior and that posterior, where we're here on our hands and knees, and so here we dip into anterior and then we flow to posterior. So it's going to be kind of in that middle ground, somewhere in between there. So how does coaching with the feet set us up for success with our pelvis? So somebody doesn't have to naturally just sit here and be like, okay, so here's forward, here's all the way back. All right, so I found that middle ground, now I'm ready to go. So by instantly cueing the feet, we can accomplish that immediately. What do I mean? Well, for example, let's throw you into a half kneeling position. So here we are, I have my feet plugged into the floor. So if I just lackadaisical, just kind of let my feet hang out, you'll kind of notice that my hips kind of tip forward. We just kind of chill right here. But as soon as I plant my foot, reach through my heel, break the floor apart, that instantly puts me right where I need to be. This is the same exact thing if you find yourself in a plank position. So again, here I am. If I kind of just relax my feet, you know, my belly kind of sags, but as soon as I drive my heels in, my spine immediately follows. Coaching of the feet, it can be super beneficial, especially when trying to find that pelvic, that neutral pelvic position. So now that you know better, let's go out and do better so we can all, now that you know better, let's go out and do better so we can all be better.